Told you guys to save this for a separate video. And just want to address this first. I didn't have anything green since I'm not usually somebody who wears green all the time, and I'm like, Silent Bob robe. Close enough to a cloak. Hey, what's up, you guys? It's me, DRK, the review, back again with another video. And since San Diego Comic-Con just ended, and I kind of did say everything between the Marvel announcements, and the biggest one that came out of it was Robert Downey Jr. coming back as Doctor Doom? Just here to give you a couple thoughts about my opinion on the matter. And if I'm being honest, starting off with, okay, that's a choice, I guess. Nothing against Robert Downey Jr. My thing is that, okay, you're bringing Doctor Doom as our first, finally, comic accurate Doctor Doom in the MCU, and to be honest, a variant. I'm not even sure if he is going to be a variant, because I know they said Victor Von Doom, but looking at that as Robert Downey Jr., it's like, okay, you can say that's Victor Von Doom, but the only thing we're going to be looking at is Tony Stark. If they were going to introduce Doctor Doom into the MCU properly, I would have actually picked Cillian Murphy to play Doctor Doom, since he has the look. He has a bit of the, after Oppenheimer, you can see a bit of the demeanor, some seriousness in him. I'm like, he looked like he'd be a piece of shit who wanted to destroy the Fantastic Four and the world. But mostly, there are a couple things I can think in mind to why they announced it this early and why they're picking up Robert Downey Jr. as the safe option for this. One thing I could say is that it's building hype for the next couple Avengers movies, since, yeah, we knew that the whole Kang Dynasty was going to go in a different direction, since we've seen Marvel try to at least change up the story and find a way to take Kang out of the universe, and Jonathan Majors' arrest and everything like that. It's like, yeah, a lot of damage was done to this character. And after Ant-Man and the Wasp, I feel like people thought, okay, so he's supposed to be the next big bad, but he doesn't seem strong. He doesn't feel strong. He was the best part about that movie, but they're like, he got beat by Ant-Man of all people. And after looking season 2, I think the fact that everything they've used with Jonathan Majors can end here, but that doesn't explain the whole Coliseum of Kangs that we saw in the post-credit scene of Ant-Man. Another thing I'm wondering is if Fantastic Four comes out next year, and seeing as how Doomsday is basically a year right after that, are we going to see the Fantastic Four go through their adventure, fight Galactus, and within the movie itself, are there going to be teases of Latveria, or in this case, Victor Von Doom as their version of that other universe? Because you got to remember, the multiverse is a thing that the MCU is trying to at least finish off between Secret Wars. And I feel like, okay, if you're going to introduce Doctor Doom, you might as well introduce him in the Fantastic Four, not as a main villain, but at least be the man behind the cloak, in this case, Shadow. Since we know the Fantastic Four are going to find a way to get into the Marvel Cinematic Universe in 616, there's going to be something by the end of this movie, or at least in the post-credit scene, that could tease Doctor Doom, or at least showcase that, okay, there is a Doctor Doom out there. But in this case, in that universe, my thing is that once that happens and we see our main line of new Avengers, are they going to look at Victor Von Doom as a completely different person, or a Tony Stark variant, which is like, you can't negate that nobody's going to make that comparison. You're not going to see Winter Soldier, Sam Wilson, anybody look at Victor Von Doom and say, you look like Tony Stark. Is that Tony? Or are they just going to look at him and it's going to be like, we don't know you whatsoever, so we're going to fight you. And how Tom Holland Spider-Man is going to react to this, because I know he's going to be like, Mr. Stark, you have to know us. We are the Avengers. We're your friends. And it's going to be all of some, okay, I get it, but I just don't want to see stuff like that going on when we see our new characters fight him, which they could recognize him in some way, but it's like, I don't want to see that. I'd rather see him fight Victor Von Doom as a completely different person. Or we can just say that Marvel is just playing it safe at this point, because they know they're struggling with a bit right now. Deadpool and Wolverine is crushing for the moment, and I feel like within the next week or two, we're going to see hit $1 billion. But some of their other projects aren't hitting as high. Some of them aren't as hyped up as they used to be. And I feel like them announcing Robert Downey Jr. as Doctor Doom could be a way of saying, okay, the guy who sacrificed himself to save everybody and conclude a saga is coming back to actually be the villain of this whole story before we go into Secret Wars. And as Secret Wars is going to be the thing that truly reboots the MCU to where the Fantastic Four, the X-Men, and the Avengers are all in one place now. They're all in the same universe, in the same Earth. And once they reboot slightly, because I feel like they're going to have to do a couple recasting on some of our main Avengers, after that, I feel like it's okay. But if I'm being honest with you, let's just see how this whole plays out, because I know people are hating out about it right now, and after some post-nut clarity from these guys, it's going to be like, you know what? I am excited for Doomsday, and I can't wait to see what that character is going to be like in Fantastic Four. Most of these fake ass fans just react to it and just say, "Oh, it's cool," and then be like, "You know what? It sucks." Right after. And they have a couple years, so let's see time progress. Let's see how they do the characters. Once Fantastic Fours introduces the characters, we're gonna see Doctor Doom in a post-credit scene, or at least him be mentioned in the movie. So like that, once we see how he's represented, how he looks on screen, is gonna be like, you know what? I kind of want to see that because we can see Robert Downey Jr. as Tony Stark, but you got to remember that before he was Iron Man, he did a couple other personality roles where it's like he plays a different character and he gets into these certain type of roles. And let's be honest with ourselves, and this kind of reminded me of Tropic Thunder with the whole "I'm a dude playing a dude disguised as another dude" memes. I'm like, yeah, he can actually try and pull off a good Victor Von Doom if he can. The only thing is that we haven't gotten Victor Von Doom right just yet. Hopefully, when this whole thing reboots and once this saga concludes, we can actually get a good Doctor Doom, or at least another good Marvel Cinematic Universe that could actually reintroduce these characters. So, like that, everybody exists in the same world. We don't have to establish certain characters. We know they exist, and they can all fight as one. All right, guys, thank you guys for watching. Leave a like, subscribe if you haven't already. All my social media is down in the description below, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye, guys.